Hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Calico Kate. If you're new here, welcome, welcome. And if you're returning, thanks for coming back. Sorry if you hear my air conditioner in the back. I'm upstairs and the central air doesn't work upstairs. So, yeah. I have had a busy few weeks. So, this is Sunday. Finally, I got to go to church. I was so glad. So I thought I took a little bit from the bulletin and got that there. This is my index card. Actually, it's the invite to like a wedding invitation thing. No, it's a seating chart thing, but I'm going to use it as an index card because I don't have lots of index cards. And I think we didn't do a whole lot. We binge watched, which I am not a huge TV watcher. And I walked, of course, and watered. I didn't feed that day, I don't think, but we binge watched Alex Cross, watched the entire series, which maybe was 8. No, it wasn't that many. 5 or 6, I don't remember, but for somebody who doesn't watch TV, yeah, that was a long time for me. It's hot and sunny, and that's about it. So, thought I'd put this here for my journaling and my walking shoe, because I gotta have something for not get rid of some of this stuff in my way. I still need to do my July. I'm trying to find something to glue on because this is getting really gross. My little pad here needs something. But my July journal's all done. I just haven't done a video yet. And I've not had time. Monday I haven't been upstairs. I don't know when I did my last video. Wasn't that long ago. But today I was supposed to take Emerson and a friend to the water park. However, it's raining. We are so blessed and happy that it's raining. My son, somehow or another, was told that we are 5 inches below, and that's not counting what we got just a few days ago. So, yeah, we are needing rain. And we had, I don't know how much, but not enough to make a huge difference. Yeah, that's all I'm putting on Sunday, and then I'll journal a little bit and not much to put. Monday, however, I've got quite a bit. Did lots of picking in the garden. I walked, of course. But look at all this scrumptiousness. When we sat down for supper, everything was homegrown, which was kind of fun. I roasted veggies And I'm going to use a recipe card, I think, since it's all about the food. But I want to take off the beets because we don't grow beets. I like a few beets on my salad when we go to the catfish place. Other than that, I don't usually eat them. Don't like that. Trying to find a piece of scrap paper that will I need to do something with scrap paper. Got that peachy and gray. That might not. That's kind of a neutral. But I was in the garden most of the morning, and Emerson had called wanting to know if we could go to the pool. And I said, honey, I need a day to catch up. And she didn't say anything. And then later, she asked if I just run her in. And I said, well, I could do that. Well, I said, but I think I'm going to use the back of that because I kind of like the little stripes. But I want it for these veggies. And so after several little phone calls back about a friend and so on and so forth, I decided, you know what? She's not always going to want Nana. She's going to have her own license. She's not always going to want to go to the pool. And my jobs were pretty much done for the day. So I decided I would just take her. So I did. And I'm so glad I did. I stayed for, a couple hours, if that, and came home. Picked up some medicine, which I could put that, but I think I'm going to have enough for one day. No, maybe I like that. Maybe I want that on the white. And then I could write about the garden there. But I picked something of everything just about we planted. The peppers and the tomatoes are coming on. Greg's been picking the peppers while they're green for his, I'm not going to put those on. This is full. And then we just leave the rest to turn red. And he's had some banana peppers ready. He's had, we've got some tomatoes on the round table outside ripening. We picked them when they weren't quite ripe because they're not wanting to turn. So we've got that going, and then we dug up some potatoes. So Monday night for supper, I fixed roasted veggies, squash and potatoes and fresh carrots. For supper, and then I did fix cod, so that didn't come off the farm, but okay, so I'm gonna do that, and maybe I'll give that a border or something to make it a little more interesting. Oh, that was Monday. What else happened Monday? I took Em to the pool. I trimmed around the lilac bush. I moved the rocks. I weeded. Did laundry. All the usual. But I want something for swimming on here. Goggles or something. It was very warm. It was a good day for the pool. It wasn't too hot to sit out. Here we go. They're swimming. It wasn't too hot to sit out, but the water, they said, was cold. So that cooled them off. And here, we'll put a swimsuit. So that made it nice for the kids. And I left, and her mom was going to pick her up. So I made sure she had plenty of money just in case. And I left. Yep, I did. And then I could put this here with some sun. I really should use my stamp, but you know, it's so handy to have these just ready to stick. So handy. Emerson was funny at the pool. There were hardly anybody was at the pool. I don't think there are 20 people. And the majority of them were in her grade and friends. And so she was playing with the mobile, and one of her better friends, she and her mom and brother, they came, and then all of a sudden I see Emerson all by herself. And I asked her, I said, "Are you being antisocial?" She said, "Nope." I said, "Okay." And she was just kind of by herself, but she didn't want to leave when I did, so I knew it wasn't like, you know, anybody had hurt her feelings or anything like that. She's just being her own little self. I'm going to put laundry. I had the clothesline so full, I could not put another thing on there. I had towels, I had bedding, picked, garden, to pool, cod, fresh veggies. My husband really liked that. And yard work. So we're going to put that here. And then yesterday. Yeah, it doesn't take me too long to do these, does it? Yesterday was kind of busy. I walked, did all the things, but, at the pool, I had a bright blue dragonfly come and sit right on the bag next to me and stayed there. So I wanted to put that somewhere. Wonder if I could take the goggles off. And put this, I don't know, I may need tape for this. Kind of got a shiny background. And I just sat there and watched it, and I wanted to get a picture, but I was afraid if I moved, it'd fly off. So I didn't. Okay. Oh, and I was going to put one of these that Sweet Esther sent me on here for that dragonfly. And I'm going to put it up here in the corner so it won't bother any writing. I don't see dragonflies often. I mean, they're around. I just never happen to see them. All right, now, yesterday I walked and I did my watering, and it was so muggy. And I was sitting in the chair trying to cool off with my water, and Greg comes up and he goes, "You want to ride to New London with me?" New London is a few miles south of Hannibal. Hannibal's like 90 miles. So I said, well, sure. And by the way, we caught a mouse. Yeah. So I want to remember that tragic moment. So he said, well, I'm going to run down and tell Andy we're going, and then we may stop and see if, you know, Keena and them want to meet us for lunch, or if we can go by, because they got a brand new house. And I want to put a little house there because we got to see the house. It was beautiful. Not big, they downsized. It's bigger than what they've got, but everything's now on one level. And her husband, Bill, did most of the work. And we were at an implement place because he's getting something for the skid loader. Wonder if I can find farm. Didn't mow. It's for the skid loader, so I thought if I had the skid loader, I'd put that on there, but I got a bulldozer. I have another skid loader. Nope, a dump truck. Huh. Well, it's like a backhoe shovel that goes on the front of the skid loader. And I'll write about it, so I just wanted maybe something like that'll work. Parts, that'll work. So we went to get that, and we got there probably about 11:30. And then we went on over to Keena's. And like I was saying, love the house. And downstairs, she has one room for her long arm. And then she's got her sewing machines, yes, plural. And then a walk-in closet for her fabric, which was great because sun doesn't get on it, you know, and weaken the fiber. And she gave me washable paper towels, napkins. They're just flannel. I'm going to have to buy some flannel to make any. And what else? Oh, and then washable face pads, you know, like when you take your makeup off. And I came up this morning right before I did my video, and went through my fabric scraps, and all I have enough flannel to make is the little face pads. I don't have anything big enough for the little napkins. No flannel at all. So I I'm going to have to go on a run. Then when I got home, Miss Emerson wanted to go to the library. And she has been begging to go, and for a child who's not a reader, that's huge. Yes, the teacher librarian here will make a trip just for the librarian, but I hadn't voted yet. Greg did early voting, but I hadn't. So, I had this that I made on my last video when I was decorating index cards. It says, "Do not disturb, I'm reading." I thought that'd be cute for the library. And then I thought I'd write on the back of this. It's old, that went into card catalog. So I'm going to write on the back of that. So we went to the library. Well, her very best little girlfriend, Haley, was there, and they talked all day long, but you'd have thought they hadn't seen each other for days. And so when they were leaving, Haley said, "Mom, can we go get ice cream?" And her mom said, "Yeah, because I want some iced coffee." Well, then, of course, we had to go because she needed, you know, something. Well, I had been thinking about an ice cream cone all day. Since I've had Alpha-Gal, this is my second ice cream in over a year. So I got one. I did fine on it. And I take medicine for my Alpha-Gal that does help with dairy and wheat. So we did that. I voted right after we went, and I got my little voting sticker that says I voted today. So I'm going to put that up here. That there. And then Kina had given me about 6 Christmas cactus starts, and each one's a different color. And so I put those in some pots, you know, like you get at the nursery when you buy a pot plant. And put those in it. And then she also gave me something else, and I can't remember the name of it. Of course I can't. And I put it on my windowsill. Well, in that cute little flower, you treat it like you do a African violet. You know, you water the bottom, and you don't water from the top. And with that little, it's a gnat stick, so that you can, it catches the gnats. So I don't know if this draws gnats or if she just has trouble with gnats and you know, was using it. But anyway, it was kind of cool. Oh, and while, see, I forget, while we were at this little parts place, they had Shetland ponies. I grew up showing Shetland ponies. That was Grandpa's hobby, was having a bunch of Shetland ponies and taming them down so little kids could ride them. And we had Trigger and Trudy. And so I petted their ponies. They also had Highland cows, and those are the ones with the real furry heads. So I'm going to put that there. And they had turkeys and chickens. And I thought, oh, good way to use up the turkeys and the chickens on this thing. But I don't see a turkey. So we'll just put, and then all up here, I'll write that we had all that. And not a big deal if I run out of room. So I'm kind of cleaning here a little bit on the side of my desk. So I can continue to do things. So it was a very eventful day. I got home and I was kind of tuckered, and I had leftovers, and I had I'm not real sure what Greg had. He may have had some leftovers too. And yeah, it was that kind of a thing. I'm just going to bring this over so I can reach this easier. I'm putting these back. I want to put my butterflies back in here so I can see them. And you can just watch me put a few things away before we continue on to today, which I'm not going to do all of today's, of course. But these little bins are the best things. Plan Her Creations got me started doing this, and I love them. Now, I do the little bags. She didn't do the little bags, and I'm videotaping today, so those can go in my planner, and it can go in my sticker book. And these are all Esther's Pocket Goodies. But it helps me to keep a little bit neat and yet labeled and fine stuff. So now today I'm home all day unless I decide we need a road trip. I'm sad I'm home all day. No, it was cool enough. I had my first cup of tea in quite a while. I've not been drinking tea when I first get up because it's so, I get up, make my bed, and head right out to outside to go walk. And hate the shape of that. Do you guys have to, I have to clean these up as I use them. I can't have those funny shapes. And I made these, and I thought maybe I would do this, but it's raining today. So I thought I'd use, I don't want to put it dry, and it's supposed to be even worse, in a tumbler where we were going to go to the water park. And I have 2 disappointed little girls, but I can't help it. So we're going to try and go next week. Tomorrow I have a massage, and Friday I have DAR. So I could skip DAR, except I remembered that, oh, I didn't write down my stuff on this. I had better do that, hadn't I? I could skip DAR if I didn't need to form a committee for Constitution Week. All right, so we went to New London, animals, Bill and Keena's, plants, clothes online. Yeah, I came home and had to get those on the line, folded, voted, library. Okay. And then, so far today, rainy, hot tea, because that's unusual for me in the summer, no walk, and I hope to sew. And my husband's not careful, I may order a serger. Yeah. Oh, I talked to my sister. I'll put that in here. We had a great visit. I have a new niece or nephew coming today. They did not want to know what it was. And they were getting ready to leave for Colorado. There was going to be 20 of them going. They always rent the bread and breakfast, and they get the same one every time. And then they each person, not each person, but each family have to take meals. And so she's responsible for 2 meals, and that means she cooks it, she cleans up afterwards, and everyone else only has to eat. No other responsibility that day. Her name's Nancy. So I kept these fancy Nancy's, but I was going to see too if I have a telephone. Yeah, I do. We might use that. They'll have to get in here if we have a new baby this week. If it's a boy or a girl, I'll have to. But you can imagine, with 14 kids, they're very busy. 3 of them, 3 babies are expected. One's been born. Corbin and Brianna are due Saturday on our anniversary. And then BT is due in the fall. I'm not sure what day that is. So that's exciting. BT and Abraham are adopted from Ethiopia, but I mean, they are so fun. I mean, so happy about that. And John Paul, I told Nancy, I said, he sent me a friend request today. So this is my August journal. I wanted to symbolize all the butterflies that are flying around. The colors, to me, you know, these kind of work since there's butterflies on them. And I wanted school starting. And so that's why I've had this embossed. So I just kind of inked it up with the colors and then the butterflies and then put my August 2026. I like it. I like my cover. It took me a while to decide what I wanted to do with it, but I do like it. Next, let's see what we can put in our sticker book. I wish more of you would do your sticker book online. I love my sticker book. I'd like to watch you do yours too. Okay, so gonna need another little pick-em-up truck. And I'll put that on yesterday's. I kind of like doing 3 at a time. Do I have something little for swimming? I don't know that I do. I was wanting to take her to the Aquatic Center in Kirksville, and we've not done that, and I've not mentioned it, so she's not going to be disappointed if we don't go, because trust me, she will remember. Well, I think all kids do. I asked Jackson, he goes, I don't like all that chlorine. I said, okay, I think that's littler. I walk, so I need some wood stocks. Today I hope to use scissors. I'll get those out. I'm not going to stick it on in case I don't. I could put some suns. The plant. Oh my gosh, I think she gave me 5. Yeah. Oh, I talked to her about their trip to Prince Edward Island. And she said, after seeing all the pictures and stuff, her husband and son-in-law go, well, we want to go because there's all kinds of other stuff to do too. And so, yeah. He said, now I don't want that. He said, now I don't know that I will do the musical that they went to and was Grace's favorite part, but he said, you know, I've got that black. So I could use some of those for the garden. Oh, I could use that little mouse. But I have that big sheet of little bitty black and white stickers. Might use the ice cream. Saturday is our 40th wedding anniversary. My husband told the girl that introduced us on the blind date if it worked, he'd buy her steak dinner. And anytime she brings it up, he says, I'm still waiting to see if it works. Yeah. Well, is it in my planner stuff? I'd have had to fold it up, but there may be some little tiny planner stuff I could use in it. Here's some sunglasses. Sunglasses would work for the pool, wouldn't they? That was Monday. And what else do I have? I didn't pay bills. Well, there's laundry. I could put that down for Monday when I had all those clothes on the line. I had 2 in the dryer, 2 go through the dryer. Might find a little telephone in one of these. She called yesterday, but we were going up the hills and hollows and kept losing connection, which you do out here on the country. And oh, that's going to be all quotes, and I don't want that. I could put fun day for yesterday because it was a fun day. Well, I don't see anything. I can't believe there's not a telephone. Or am I missing it? Have you guys seen the telephone and going, yeah, wait a minute, there's a telephone. I think there's a telephone maybe on one of these. I know there are on that black one. I didn't put it like in the front or the back, did I? No. Not that I have to have it. It's not that big of a deal. It's just now I started looking and I thought, can't believe there's one. Now that's a big. That's okay. Oh, it was today I talked to her. Duh. Here we go. That's even better because I'm not going to have much on for today as far as in here. I could put a little video for today, I guess. Probably nobody's even watching now. Probably all thought this is enough of that lady. And what else? I have a little truck. Well, where did I put my wood stuff? There we go. I am putting these all on the wrong date, y'all. This goes up here. I'm going to leave the fun day. This goes up here. The telephone, oh, that makes me upset, goes up here. The camera goes here. And can I put Fun Day up? I sure can. It will. I'm afraid if I waited, it wouldn't. There. Got that straightened out. And I voted. Where's that little house for Bill and Keena's new house? I got all those little plants on Tuesday. Monday I have all the garden vegetables, so let's put some garden vegetables on here. Well, we'll put tomatoes real quick, and then we'll put the little wood stocks. So you guys won't have to, when I run out of all this stuff, you won't have to worry about it. I won't be putting it on. So I have woodstock here. Woodstock on both of these. How's that? And I didn't walk today. And then I water every day. Huh. Oh, what day we catch that mouse? That yesterday? I think it was. Oh, those are traumatic events for me. And there's the house. There. That gives us quite a bit there. And I don't need the swimming suit. I'm not going to use the scissors in this. And I want something for Sunday. I know I had a church on one of these pages. Right there. And what's on the, oh, cement. Not going to worry about the cement. Oh, that's too big. That's too big. Okay, so that finishes this. I'm going to write Is that gonna be dark enough? Let's see. Nope. What about brown? Got to go to church, and then binge watched with Greg, Alex Cross. Okay. Here I could put red, white, and blue because I voted. Let's use a little one just because of space. Yeah, yesterday was quite the busy day for me. We left, 9 o'clock, and I didn't get back home except for running by and picking up Emerson until 5-ish. Yeah. So I think I'm going to stop there. I may add more for today, depending on what we do. And I'm going to let you go. And I think I'm going to go downstairs and cut out some face pads after I find the lid to my glue. So, you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping by. And as always, remember, you have a purpose. Bye for now.